Morning all. Alright, not a lot of news going on right now, but here's a video in between the first and second period of two games that are going on this morning. So Nico Hischier has been named the captain of the New Jersey Devils. Kudos to him. Excellent young forward, solid two-way forward. He will be one of many players right now that we start talking about. Selke. I honestly think with the way that players are coached now, with the fact that most will play a 200-foot game, competition for the Selke Trophy is only going to get more and more hotly contested and contentious among fan bases. So Hischier's one of those guys, and he's back today and playing. And yeah, we'll see how things go for him and for the Devils, who committed today riding a 3-game winning streak. Adam Henrique's on waivers for the Anaheim Ducks. Now, there's a couple of things about this. First off, he's got 3 years left on his contract. It's for a lot of money. I don't see anybody picking it up. He can be a good forward. His advanced stats will tell you he's pretty good. The actual offensive numbers are not there. They haven't been there for a while. And so for Henrique, I don't think he moves. But after they've waived him, they could then trade him to a team that could put him onto their taxi squad. And then they get cap relief from that. They get about $1 million off in cap. So it's about $4 million he's going to cost you. I mean, they may have to take some money back. But it is possible that after he clears waivers, that he ends up being more palatable for another team to take him. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see where he ends up. And honestly, Henrique can still play. But I do kind of feel like the offense is gone, at least right now. But he's in Anaheim, and Ducks fans will tell you, yeah, this team can't score. It may not be Henrique's fault. So I don't expect any takers. I would think that after that, we could then look at perhaps him being traded. Again, once you've cleared, that means the team that picks you up, they don't have to worry about waiving you again for 30 days. They can just put you in the minors, or they can put you on the taxi squad. Tonight's a big game for Sid the Kid. Sidney Crosby reaches game number 1,000. And that's... honestly, it's remarkable considering all of the concussions he's been through along the way. And concussions that almost a decade ago, we were talking about maybe shortening his career. And he's still here. He's still playing. And he's still pretty good. Because I've seen the odd comment here like, Crosby's not what he once was. Okay, maybe, but he's still really, really good. He's still one of the best players in the league. And, Crosby's still getting it done. So for the Pens, yeah, good news that Crosby's still around for game number 1,000. And we'll see how things go for Pittsburgh tonight against the Islanders. That division is going to be so tough. There's going to be a team that finishes 5th that's pretty good. It may end up being Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh may knock another team down, say the Islanders, to that 5th spot. Sam Bennett, the news came out last night. Now here's the thing. It's not just Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett gets benched for the 3rd period against Edmonton. And keep in mind, Calgary's been trying to put him on the top line. They've been trying to get him going. It's had mixed results. Clearly last night, Jeff Ward wasn't happy about something he saw. But in the postgame, he really wasn't answering questions in a way that made it sound like there was a lot he wasn't saying. I think that relationship between the Flames and Sam Bennett's almost done. I get that impression that this is almost finished and that the Flames are going to be looking to move on from Sam Bennett. I think that was part of the reason why they threw him into the top spot. It's all right, we'll throw you on one of the top lines, see how you do. Now he's being benched shortly thereafter. That tells me that it's possible he gets moved, but Calgary will not want to get hosed on any kind of a trade, so he's going to have pretty high value. Bennett's going to be... You've got to think they're at least going to want, what, 2nd-round draft pick in a player or a pretty good player back? But we'll see. Like, for instance, look at it this way. The Canucks, if they trade Virtanen and they want a young forward in return, I don't know if that's going to happen. I would think just to promise they won't try to trade him back might work for Virtanen. Bennett's got more value than Virtanen. I went over this in the video I did comparing Bennett to Virtanen. Bennett still has more value even though he got benched last night's game. And more upside. Not as much upside as one might have thought when he was drafted, but there's still some upside there. And I don't think the Flames want him to move on and then see him just go off with the new team and score a whole bunch of points and goals. He's the kind of guy that might be able to do that. The problem is he doesn't do it often enough. That's the benching. Yes, there's been trade talks regarding Matthias Ekholm, and I don't know how much of it's speculation, and I don't know that any of it's based in reality, because if Ekholm's on the block, that would mean that Nashville was kind of looking at selling or major changes. David Poile, it's rare that he makes a major change with this team, other than, free agent signing here and there. I don't know how willing he would be to break up that top four on the blue line. Because while it's been a challenging start for the Predators, you don't want to just take that top four and start changing it unless you have to. So the speculation's ramping up. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. It sounds kind of silly right away. I will say this, Ekholm, not off to the best start of his career, but if a team that I cheered for picked him up, you can guarantee I'd be quite happy about it. He's a very good defenseman. He does a little bit of everything. I think he's underrated because he plays in Nashville. He plays on the same team as Yossi and Ellis, and now the emerging Dante Fabro. So it's easy for him to get lost in the mix. Very good defenseman. If he becomes available, there will be plenty of teams that will be looking to make an addition of Ekholm to their roster, because he's a solid top four defenseman, and those do not become available every day, which might be why Nashville isn't in the market to make it happen. All right, there you go. Like I said, quick news video for today. Let me know your thoughts regarding any of these topics in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.